volume elements in 3 dimensions. Let's begin by thinking about a 3-dimensional Cartesian space with coordinates z, x and y. Now if I want to make an infinitesimal volume element, I just make a little cube by changing each of x, y and z. And therefore in Cartesian coordinates, a little cube has volume delta x, delta y and delta z, where these are the 3 variations in x, y and z that make up the 3 sides of the cube. However, many problems have spherical symmetry rather than rectangular type symmetries or cuboid symmetries, and so we need to use spherical polar coordinates. In order to define a point in space using angles, we need to have, again, 3 coordinates. One of them is a radial distance and 2 of them are angles. So let's think about this point here. Now, the first coordinate I'm going to use is r, and of course that can go anywhere in the space, so it lies between 0 and infinity. A second coordinate is the angle from the z-axis, which is traditionally called theta, and I'm going to allow theta to vary between 0 and pi. So between 0 and 180 degrees I can go anywhere from here to here. The third angle is going to be in the second angle is going to be in the xy plane. What I'm going to do is I'm going to project this line onto the xy plane. And then I'm going to create some angle phi in that xy plane, like so. And phi can go all the way around in a circle in the xy plane between 0 and 2 pi. So one of the things that traditionally confuses people is why does theta only go from 0 to pi? And the reason is that we can imagine reflecting this line about the z-axis. So think about the guy that's out over here. Now there are 2 ways that I can change my angles to get there. I can change theta, like so, or I could change phi, like so. And therefore, if I allowed both of those to happen, I would double count the points in space. I'd be able to get to them in 2 different ways. By restricting theta to only let me move between the positive and negative z-axes, I remove the ability to rotate in theta like that, and that is what then means that this is the correct choices for these coordinates that mean that you can only get to each point in space in a unique fashion.